90% of food bloggers try to succeed by following the exact same path. I'm going to show you how to break out from the pack, create your own path, and jumpstart your odds of success. Hey there, I'm Jason Logston, and this is Makin Bacon, all about helping you serve your fans, grow your income, and get the most out of your blog. In a recent video, I talked about several of the different paths you can follow to food blogging success. Today, I want to talk about a favorite path of mine, and that's working with products and services. It's something that adds tremendous value to your fans. I really enjoy working on it, and it's something that I think most bloggers could learn a little bit more about. So the next path, the next type of successful food blogger, I'd say, is selling products and services. There's a lot of similarities to needing to build a base of traffic coming in, but your focus on what you do with that traffic and the type of traffic you really want is going to be very different. Selling products and services can encompass a wide variety of stuff. We're talking about anything from a downloadable PDF that's 20 pages you're selling for $2 up through $500 or $1,000 cooking courses or custom kitchen equipment, putting on appliances, iPhone apps, branded merchandise, cookbooks, either traditionally or self-published. There's just so much variety of what you can do and accomplish by selling products and services. Each one will kind of have its own nuanced way to best approach it, but in general, there's a lot of things that will work across all of those. So for this goal, your whole point of your blog is that it's a marketing engine. You're bringing in people to see the product or services you're trying to sell. The content itself really isn't the important thing, but making sure that it's tailored to the right people is what you're looking for. The amount of people you bring in isn't nearly as important as bringing in the right people. It can be hard to keep in mind, especially when you talk to other bloggers and they say things like, I have 20,000 monthly visitors or 100,000 monthly visitors. It can be discouraging if you only have 5,000 or 1,000 or 500. But you know what? If you have 1,000 monthly visitors and you're selling 10% of them a $50 product, you're probably making more than the person that has 100,000 visitors. And isn't that more important? You're also going to need to build a brand and build trust with the people that are coming. Because random people generally don't buy products from you. You know who does buy products? Your fans. The people that love the content you put out, that love your products, that know you, that believe in you, and that you've proven time and time and again that you provide value to. They're the people that are going to purchase from you. And so that's what you want to try to build. Random SEO research to find high traffic keywords isn't what matters. What matters is writing content that's going to resonate to your audience in the way that you need it to resonate. So what are the strengths of this approach? There's a lot. The first is once they are fans, they're going to keep coming back and back, time and time again. To these people, you're not just a random link they clicked on when they really needed to make a chicken parmigiano recipe when they were busy after work. You're someone that they actively look for the content that you're creating. They're eagerly awaiting you to share what you have to say with them. And that's really valuable and really, really powerful. Because these people will not only buy one product, but they'll buy multiple products time and time again. They'll also come back to your site time and time again. And as I said, the traffic building and content creation can work with these other goals. So even if you put out products and services like I do, I still make a lot of money from people clicking on ads and from affiliate links because these people are continually coming to my site. Part of turning these people into fans is collecting their email addresses. And this means you have a way to communicate directly to these people. That's not something you get from Google traffic. You don't get as many email addresses when people just randomly come through, but the ones that you do have, you can contact them anytime you want to share valuable information. What that means is that if someone changes their algorithm, it doesn't matter for these people. I have a mailing list of over 20,000 fans of mine, people that are eagerly awaiting my content. And if Google delists me tomorrow, I can still reach all these people and let them know where my content's showing up next. There's also a lot of built-in profit in this path. In the content creation path, you're normally focused on selling ads, whether that's through an ad network or directly, or using affiliate links when you normally get paid 3 to 5% of the sale price of the item. When you're putting out your own stuff, you get 100% of the profit. When I put out a book, I'm making 20 to 40% of the list price of the book. When I put out a video course, I'm making 100% of what people are paying. I'd much rather try to sell my audience on something that I believe in, that I created myself, that I feel is fulfilling a need that they have, and that I get to keep all the money from, rather than someone else is creating something and I get a really small cut and that's it. Having these raving fans is also a really good way to get in front of brands. I was a really small website when I got started, but my fans loved me and they were very specific in sous vide. And so I had some really big manufacturers come to me to advertise on my site, to do sponsored posts, because they wanted to get in front of my audience very specifically. It wasn't a random audience. There's people that I could point to and say, yeah, I only have an email list of 2,000 people. But you know what? They all open my emails, they all love sous vide, and they listen to what I have to say. And so if you want to reach them, you're going to have to go through me. There's a very effective way to get more money out of these companies and to work with a lot of companies that I wouldn't have been able to work with otherwise. The income from selling products and services is also largely passive, meaning that once you set it up, the income just keeps coming in and you don't have to be focused on moving it forward or doing anything time and time again. This is also true of the content creation path. Once you have your website set up, the ads run themselves, the affiliate links run themselves, but it is different from some of the other paths that we will talk about through the rest of this. I personally find this path really fulfilling, and that's because I love creating content, I love finding solutions to problems, and I really like affecting the lives of my fans. I wanted to share an email that someone wrote me because I think it kind of typifies the type of response I get from putting out products and services that resonate with my fans. It's the type of thing that makes me feel great about what I do and continuing to do it in the future. Kristen says, "Thank you. What a great lesson. You've taken all of my fear out of cooking chicken. I've looked up various recipes and they all vary so much that I simply shut down and vowed not to try chicken. Vowed." She goes on to say, "This girl is going to sous vide chicken breast now. You're awesome." Kristen D. That was in response to a video course that I put out. Content that she had to pay for, but that she trusted me. She gave me her hard-earned money, and that was the response that she had to what I provided her. That's why I love products and services. Like all these paths, though, there are weaknesses. There's downsides to products and services. The first, that you have to think of products and services. How do you come up with these ideas, the things that are going to solve problems for your fans? It can be really hard and can be really challenging. And if you do this, you're going to have some that succeed and some that fail. It's the way that it goes. And it can be frustrating, especially if you have a run of failures in a row. As food bloggers, we're generally writing for people that are doing this as a hobby. So it can be really hard to get these people to give you their hard-earned money. There's also a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of free content. We just talked about the whole content creation path when people put out content for free and hope to sell ads for it. So you're competing with them. You have to make sure that the product and service that you're selling is not just something they can Google and answer to. You need to really dive in and find problems that they have and then solve them in a way that's really different and meaningful for them. And it can be really challenging. Depending what niche you're in, this can be a really big problem, trying to get people's money from them. If you're writing about low-cost meals, you're going to have a lot harder time getting people to give you money because your audience generally are people trying to save money than if you're writing about gourmet foods or if you're writing for professional chefs who might be viewing this as an investment in their future. This path can also be very, very stressful. You put this time and energy and money and blood and sweat and tears into a product and you put it out there into the world where everyone's going to be using it and judging it. And it is a hard, mentally strenuous process to go through. It's something that I've battled with. I am pretty good at it now because I've been doing it for the last decade, but it can be really hard to put yourself out there in front of a bunch of strangers and say, hey, here's something I made, give me money for it. You have to make yourself vulnerable, put yourself out there, and really take more risks than you do in a lot of the other paths we're going to be talking about. It can be challenging, but I think it's worth pushing through that challenge for a lot of the rewards that you can get. If this is a path you want to go down, the main thing you want to focus on is building that trust, creating those raving fans that want to hear what you have to say. The size of your audience doesn't matter nearly as much as it being the right audience and being a passionate audience. You also really need to focus on creating content that's going to speak directly to your fans. You're going to have to understand what their needs are, what they're looking for, and then provide the solutions to that. This content's not always going to be SEO friendly, but you're going to be speaking to the people that you're already talking to, that are listening to you. And when you talk to them, you need to make sure that they feel like you're speaking directly to them and that you understand them. Building up your email list is critical in this path. Being able to send directed, targeted messaging to your fans is the quickest way to have successful product launches, get feedback on the type of projects that you're working on, and just all around grow your business. Those emails are critical. That said, outside your email list, it doesn't really matter how you're connecting to your fans. It might be on your blog, it might be on Facebook, it might be just images on Instagram or videos on YouTube. As long as you're connecting with them in a way they want to be connected with, on the platform they want, you don't even need a website. I do think having a blog is nice to kind of have a home base where you can send people, but trying to drive traffic to that blog isn't nearly as critical as just connecting with the readers how they want to be connected with. But you want to be collecting those email addresses so when you want to, you can speak directly to them. So this path has a lot of risks, a lot of rewards. It's something that I love doing, and I think it's worth exploring for a lot of bloggers. If you want to learn a little bit more about the specific types of products and services you can create, check out this video. It goes into a lot of detail on several of the different options and ways that you can create products and services that will deliver massive value to your fans.